Any of us make New Year's resolutions. Guilty. But have you thought about what your social media resolutions for 2011 should be? Here to tell us more, our social media guru with Chris Ruby Media Group. Chris Ruby back with us. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
And, listen, everyone usually does a resolution. I got to give up smoking. I got to lose some weight. I got to work out a little more. But there's a behavior you have to have on social media as well, and you really should be applying this to your Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace, all that stuff, websites, right?
Yes. I think it's so important to figure out what are my top 3 social media resolutions this year. Yeah. Specifically, are you a sharer online? Or are you more of a taker online? How are you giving to people? What links are you sharing?
Going to talk about, and I love this idea, kind of, with the holiday spirit going on here, the past, the present, and the future.
Yes.
And how you behave in the past and the present, social media-wise, is really going to affect your future. So let's start with the past. And the number one thing that you say, go into your Facebook page, resolution, clean it up.
Clean it up. You want to make sure you have a cleaner footprint moving forward in 2011.
A footprint meaning?
A digital footprint of your past, of your history.
And we're talking about the photos of the parties, of your behavior, of the things that were fun and maybe even a little, for lack of a better word, frivolous.
Yeah.
But really, you want to be responsible and clean it up because
people are going to be judging you on what you've put out there, and you don't want to have everything out there. You may have taken too many. You may want to go back and change some of the privacy restrictions on them.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about the present. And this one, I'm still on the fence about using Foursquare. I do. If you're not familiar with it, it's a check-in site where you go somewhere, you check in, bang. You've now told everyone, all your friends, and you can link it to Twitter and Facebook, where you are and what you're doing. So talk about behaving social media-wise in the present with that.
I think in the present that using apps such as Foursquare are going to be more important in the present.
There are good things about this. In terms of geo-locating services, what would they be?
Well, one thing is that you're essentially promoting other places, and it's also you're affiliating your brand equity with that by doing that.
Okay, so do it, but do it responsibly.
Do it responsibly.
Nobody cares that you're constantly, checking into the supermarket to get groceries.
Don't check into the supermarket. Check into places that you want to be affiliated with.
And this is the important one: the future. Everything that you do can haunt you in your future, and that, of course, includes prospective employment.
Absolutely, Matt. And I think what's so important with this one, for the future of social media, you're going to see a convergence of all of these different networks coming together. You really want to make sure that your privacy is intact. You want to not overshare.
Right.
That's the biggest resolution for the future.
Because if you are looking for a job, and many of us are, you should be mindful of the fact that prospective bosses are going to check you out on Foursquare, Facebook, MySpace. And what they see may hurt you.
Yes, absolutely.
More tips, as always, on our website at WTNH.com. We'll hook you up with Chris Ruby, who we're always